We are in a big eye as this parable begins. It's not so much that the eye is big. It's just a normal size eye. It's the angels working on that eye that make it seem very big. Angels can do that. They can make themselves really big, really small, depending on the task at hand. Sandra, the guardian angel, is telling others how to, some new workers there, how to work on the big eye. Well, let me start by telling you, I am Melton, son of a carpenter and Mary. A dad, a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom, Mary Ann. I am the son of a carpenter and Mary. I get to make parables, and these are my eyes. Doing a little genetic carpentry there. Smaller, browner circles with a little white around the edges there. Slowly disappearing, the bigger, bluer circles growing in through and around. Yeah, I came out here to California chasing my dream to be a supermodel, and it's cruel. Talent agent told me I'd never make it with brown eyes. And I'd already been working on the eyes, so I figured I'd do some more work and turn them into a bluish color. But let me start with Sandra, the guardian angel. Met her back in Louisiana before I moved out here. Oh, she was never heard such a mournful, sorrowful sound as an angel who has lost her person. Found her there by the bayou. And yeah, it's a long story, but I helped her find her person. And she checked in that big people book. You know, up in heaven. And it turns out somebody made a mistake. One of the angels did. That I had, brown eyes to begin with. Oh, I just did some laminating yesterday, so I got some new ones. I also got some photos in the mail from my December graphic art imagery. So I need to try to go through a few of those. And yeah, I'm gonna do my son of a carpenter sugar check. As I tell you about Sandra. Sandra, wish I could have you a nice contact card like this. When you see my contact, think yours. Oh, there it is. I helped Sandra find the person. She checked in the big book and said you're supposed to have blue eyes, and that can be trouble when they come to get you at the end. Because they're looking for somebody with blue eyes, and if you got brown eyes, they don't know what to do. So she went to work. I helped her find a person, so she's not going to let me down. Chiseling off the brown. And I got years and years. I was about 30, somewhere in there, when my eyes started changing back in 1996. Yeah, years and years, decades of brown to chisel off, and of course painting on the blue. And that's what you see going on. Aside from my genetic carpentry. It's one of those photos that eyes catch the light now, past half a year. I think it has something to do with me taking the vitamins. I started doing that when I got out of the hospital in '96 with that dangerously low blood count that put me in the hospital. Started taking the vitamins, mega doses of vitamins. And then, my vision was so much better. It had something to do with either the antibiotics they had me on in the hospital or the vitamins one, but lately it seems the vitamins seem to be doing it. But Sandra, let me finish this up. I don't want to be doing this. Make it a little, try and keep it on 10 minutes. It's 6.5 already. Sandra says to the new angel, go back into the body. They're up in the eyes. And get a big, bag of sugar. Apparently the scraper that scrapes off the brown 277 uses sugar. Who knew? So the angel goes back in and says there's hardly any sugar there. And Sandra said, well, we can't have that. We got to have all kinds of sugar to fuel the chains. So excuse me. So Sandra, she goes to the big switch that, big dial that says more sugar, less sugar, and she turns it so it's got more sugar. Oh yeah, the doctor, oh man. Don't get me started on doctors. This is a nice Sandra one. I want to keep my language clean. Doctors had me on the pen that has the insulin in it. And it's supposed to be, it's 277 in the morning. And it's not working. So that first started me off with 10 on the dial for the pen. I'm not sure 10 of what, but 10, and turned it up to 16, then 18, then 20. Anyway, it's not doing that, is it? It might have something to do with that stuff they can't talk about, they don't talk about, they won't talk about. I've had a doctor put his fingers in his ears and la 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 la. Every time I bring up, that big eye or these big eyes. Oh, if you're a small angel, it looks enormous. That's what Sandra tells me. I've been taking it, went from 10 to it's just from last month, but I'll see how good I go on Thursday and get. I didn't have any blood work done, but to see the numbers, I guess. Then the numbers aren't good. And if it's supposed to be that way for the process, not just blue-eyed DNA taking over brown-eyed DNA with the eyes, but with the whole body. If it's not supposed to be that way, it's not going to be that way. So these are just laminated these with the Tommy The devil is running wild here. Using high-tech toys to stop my phone, my camera. I don't know if it's broken or not. It works sometimes. It doesn't work sometimes. He didn't like the fire engine going down Eagle Rock or York up there in my videos of my website, so they just zapped the camera and it did not work. Remember, oh, I haven't found one of those. Check and post in 5. There we go. The new fives with the Flight 93 in it. I haven't sorted these out, so I don't know where they're at. And I can't make this any longer. I'll make it fairly short. Make that video of America's High-Tech Lifelines and post it. Whatever you get when you don't get me, 424-229-4140. And yeah, don't forget to call up the Latter-day Centers and the Adventist cult hospitals and temples and churches, whatever the Adventists have. And ask him, what do you know about this? Well, how do you reach this man by phone when my phone's not allowed to work? Get their reactions and posts. That's something you can document. Now, if you call up a Mormon, a Latter-day Center temple, and the devil answers, it's because he insists that they spend 3 hours each Sunday worshiping him and his lies. So, yeah, don't be surprised. Just say, what do you know about this? And check and post in 5. Oh, that's my Sandra stuff. I didn't have the heart to tell Sandra. Dad's not going to let that happen. I'm going to get up in there. Whether I got brown eyes or blue eyes, but she's being helpful, and I do like the blue color. As well as, seeing so much better than I could before 96. Come see me. Check and post in 5. Print these things out from, those sites right there. Christ Complex Links now has links to my old YouTubes. A lot of mean stuff, a lot of funny stuff, a lot of off-the-wall stuff. On those old YouTubes, DNFD series is where I'm placing the YouTube. The DNFD series is where I'm placing the new stuff, or at least what I'm doing today. Come see me in person when you can't reach me by phone. And yes, tear down this great wall of people that has just me and all this imagery, so we can get started building a better world. Those 1,000 points of light to inspire the future and the present to greatness with. You gotta see me in person to do that. Do it today. And yeah, the Adventists and the Mormons, call them up on Sundays. The Mormons for sure interrupt your dinners enough. Ask them, what do you know about this? What's your very active part in America's High-Tech Lifelines? Get the reactions and post. Pick up those cameras. Your phones make videos nowadays, and make those videos only you can make. Be a video pioneer.